Hi guys, welcome to Sport Enjoyment. On today's episode, we will talk about Nigeria versus Ivory Coast coming up next. After a disappointing draw for Nigeria in the first leg and first match, and also a win for Ivory Coast in their first match, do you think Nigeria will be able to win Ivory Coast after this our draw against Equatorial Guinea?
Yes, I'm confident that Nigeria will actually defeat Ivory Coast because I think opponents actually determine the way the other team will play. And secondly, don't let be over ambitious about this team. You know, there are a lot of controversy coming up from the camp, blah 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 like that. But I believe if Nigeria do the basic they have to do, keep the ball, you know, they shouldn't be hurrying in possession, try to keep their ball and, you know, be calm very well. I don't think Ivory Coast can actually deal with Nigerian threats. You know, yes, if we play with our strength that day, we have a couple of forwarders that can threaten any defense in the whole world. So the problem is play to our strength. If we play to our strength, you know, before 20-25 minutes we should have here one goal or two goal up against Ivory Coast. Yes, I'm confident.
You know, if you say that they played according to the coach instruction, because for the formation we dey see that day, we see am say they play more of defense. Even those wingers they play more of defense than attack.
Well, all boils down to coach tactics. I will still say whatever win or loss, there will still be an element of coach factor except in some rare cases. If I'm going to play Ivory Coast, you know, Ivory Coast won their first match. The momentum and the energy they are bringing to the second match is to win the second match. They will have their 6 points and qualify. Nigeria actually needs to stop them. Nigeria must not draw. Do you understand me now? So if I'm going to the match, it will be 5-3-5-2. Yes, 3 at the back, 5 in the middle, and 2 at the front. So if we are attacking, we have 2 big men in the box, the likes of Osimhen and whatever striker they want to pair with him. I think this is how we can actually deal with Ivory Coast very well. And if we are defending, because they are actually threats in the middle of the car, we are defending with 5 and we are committing more body to the box. With that, we can neutralize Ivory Coast and steal our 3 points. So that's what I think.
And then with our record, our past 4 records, Ivory Coast have defeated us 3 times, and then we've only won once. How do you see this going to the next match?
Talking about that particular fixture, Ivory Coast, they are the one that are hosting this competition. They are harboring everybody in their country. Checking their first match, it took them only 4 minutes to lead in that match, which simply means they are very ready for what they hosted rather. So what I'm saying is that it won't be an easy match for Nigeria, because though my colleague said it's depending on the opponent, but this time around I know we've got more quality than Ivory Coast, but Ivory Coast won't sit down. They won't sit back and watch, because they I think they have 3 points now, and they will just be looking for a draw in that match. That's my opinion. Yes, they'll be looking for it because they know that Nigeria is better than them at the moment. Looking at the squad wise, anything, take it to any length. I think they rated Nigeria as the most what do I call it? As the nation that has got more quality in this AFCON. And I think our market value. Yes, we were rated £349 million or something, and making Osimhen topping the list as the most expensive player. I think that's 110 million. So even Victor Osimhen is like he's covered like 2, 3, 4, 5 players in Ivory Coast. Because even the players, some players that I'm expecting to see in Ivory Coast, I couldn't even see them. People like what's the name of this striker? People like Sebastian Holler and some other players. So they were unfortunate not to come. But talking about that particular fixture, I'm tipping Ivory Coast to draw that match. I'm suggesting 1-1. It won't be an easy win for Nigeria, because it is their stadium, it is their nation, it is their country. We all know how the crowd would be against us that day. So that stadium, the percentage of Ivorians that will be there that day, it will be like more like 80% or something, because they all know that Nigeria is a good team, so they will be needing the crowd to defeat us that day. But I know they wouldn't be defeating us. It will be more like a draw. It will be more likely like a draw for us. So that's what I'm thinking.
If you say all these things we don't mention now, it go really dey affect our game that day. You feel say it go affect?
Well, talking about Nigeria as a big team, and big team with big boys now, I think what Nigerians in Ivory Coast can actually do is to give them their overwhelming support as the 12th man on the field. When you are playing against host nation, know that you are playing against 13 men on the pitch, 11 player plus referee 12, and the crowd and everything. So that is 13. So what Nigerians from the fans section can actually do is pumping them, giving them their energy. It actually has more to do for the player on the field, and coach has to get it right. I'm confident that Nigeria will win this game because the expectations are high, and Osimhen as the most valuable player in Africa, the African best player. So he has to do his utmost best for Nigerian and deliver that match. For it is a must win. Yes, Ivory Coast might be looking for a draw in the match, which actually favor them, and they will have 4 points. But Nigeria must win. Any draw in that match, I don't think Nigeria will qualify. I don't think. Yes. So
if you say we no go fit beat Guinea-Bissau for
it's not about defeating it's not about defeating Guinea-Bissau. It's about getting momentum ahead of the game. Now, if we win Ivory Coast now, the host nation now, the momentum will be we are going to the Guinea-Bissau game will actually be different. It will be like, okay, these people are actually serious. So this is the match where Nigerian Super Eagle coach will show that he is serious and he mean business. So he has to get it right. Every technical committee, the coaching crew must get it right, and it's a must win for Ivory Coast. And I'm backing and tipping Nigeria. For Nigeria, sorry. And I'm backing and tipping Nigeria to win the match.
By how many goals do you feel Nigeria will actually win that match?
Well, looking at the way Ivory Coast play against Guinea-Bissau, and looking at the way Nigeria play against Equatorial Guinea, I think it will be let's say 1-0 or 2-1. 1-0 or 2-1 in favor of Nigeria.
Wait to be your own scoreline for this match.
As I've said that, I'm looking at a draw in the match. I'm suggesting a 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw. That's what I see. It's not as if Nigeria can still qualify. We can still qualify, of course. Even if we draw this match, if we can win Guinea-Bissau, we still get 5 points, and this thing will still favor us. So that's what I'm thinking. The 1-1 draw.
And then,
easy.
But people they talk say all these players we bring in, say they're not really committed to our team, because we see Sadiq Kumar already out of the team, and we don't see and say no they train for Spain at Sociedad Stadium. How do you see all these rumors and things about all these kind of players?
We actually we will hear a lot of things on social media, rumor, true and untrue. But what I can say is that when it comes to management, I think the coach actually has the final say. So the chemistry of your team actually depends on the coach. So I don't think the player are not serious. I understand and I know very well that every player will want to play for their national team. It's a record. Yes, I have this Suzuki cap for my national team. So the seriousness and unseriousness actually depends on the coach and their scouting committee. People, it's not the coach work alone. Okay, let's pick this player. Let's pick this player. So it actually depends on them. If they if they choose them based on their performance and commitment, rather than let's say you might be playing well at your club level and not committed to national level. So if they actually if they actually pick them based on their commitment and their determination and their loyalty to the country, let me put loyalty there, and their loyalty to the country, I don't see why we shouldn't show that on the pitch, not just on social media that I'm going to play for Nigeria. We should show it on the pitch. Yes, talk is cheap, but actions are expensive. So show us. Even if you don't win, show us that yes, you play to win. Let us know what you are supporting. So that's what I can say on that.
And what can you actually say also on that?
I think I have no issues against what he said. He's very correct. When you're playing for your national team, you have to show the courage, the confidence that you're ready for what you came for. and your what it your what called the call up, and I like that match that we drew. I could see this guy. He was trying. He was all over everywhere. This our defensive midfielder, Yusuf Alassane. Though some people complained about his passes or touches, but I know.
Never blend to that
Yes,
thing where-
I could perceive the eagerness in him, as that was his first call up.
Yeah.
So he was very eager to perform, and he really tried his best. He really tried his best. He would have gone out of. I mean, he would have went out. He should have been subbed out for injury at first when he landed on his wrist, but he still managed. I didn't know how he managed. He still managed, and he continued the game, until they fouled him again. The guy really tried. For me, in that match, the guy really tried. I would have, if to say he played the full match, I would have given him my man of the match. But we could see that Equatorial Guinea keeper, the keeper stole the show. He stole the show because what happened is that before that match, I went to check about Equatorial Guinea. I checked their squad. I checked their players and where they play for. And I was surprised when I saw Jesus Lazaro. I was like, this guy, because I think he was the one that played against Real Madrid. He plays for Alaves, and I saw his performance. Real Madrid managed to beat them 1-0 in that match. So since then, I was like, this keeper is very good, and he still showed it. We could also came up with the award, the man of the match prize in the match. So, well, that's all I can say about Nigeria. We have to show what we've got. We have to show them. In this tournament, we are still qualifying.
And on Victor Osimhen, people they blame him, say this guy now him cost us our first draw for this tournament. Say him be missed couple of chances. But some people we also will be talk say Nigeria know to create chances enough for him. Say players are meant to make chances. What can you really say on these two matters?
Like I always said, number one, the pressure on Osimhen is too much. The pressure on him is too much. Maybe probably because he won the African best, and he actually carried Napoli to their first win ever since 30 or 20 something years. So they believe he can actually do more, and he has to show he can do more. And how will he show he can do more? By scoring goals. As a big player, yes, he's a world-class player. He's not an average player anymore. If you see 10 chances, you must be able to score 8.5. Yes, you must be able to score 8.5. Yes, there are some matches whereby the likes of Didier Drogba, Ronaldo, they can actually decide the course of the game. They can take the game to the trajectory level. So Osimhen has to go there, whereby his goals is enough to win the match. 2 or 3 goals. You don't have to have the most passes. Just 1 or 2 half chances. You scored for us, and the rest do their job. You can't be scoring. You can't be missing chances up there and expecting defense not to concede. Yes, we call it team, collective effort. A striker see their chances, take it, and defender, do whatever you want to do, and the midfield do your own job also. So Osimhen, talking about Nigeria, from what you have seen so far from our discussion, you can see that people actually Osimhen is the man to watch, and the fate of Nigeria, the Super Eagles team, lies on his shoulder, and not even his shoulder, the rest of his body.
Even as the most expensive player in the tournament,
he has to deliver. He must not fail. And if Nigeria fail to qualify, or anything happen, maybe quarter-final, they will actually blame Osimhen for not doing enough. Because if you can do it at club level, this is your country, this is where you are coming from. At the end of the day, you must deliver. That is it. That is for Osimhen. Osimhen must shine. Osimhen must deliver.
And then you finally, before we go, what can you say about this matter before we?
Is it about Osimhen? Well, we all know Osimhen is the star man. Like currently in the world of football, Osimhen is the star man. I believe Osimhen will do well, and he scored 10 goals in the qualifier, and he's just played 1 match now. He scored 1, and I believe he will still do better. I believe that he's the star man. Yeah, that's
okay. Now, guys, that is all we have to say, guys. Ivory Coast and Nigeria. Who do you think will win the match? Will Nigeria win or will Ivory Coast win? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. Thanks for watching.